I'm going to wait until the tariffs represent a problem. We have so much jargon out there right now about these darn tariffs and people just panicking and doing this and doing that and increasing, decreasing, up, down, in, out. And they're not even a problem yet, necessarily. How you can be the greatest salesperson on the planet.
Welcome to the Rethink Sales Show. My name is Derek Kelly. I am joined by Jim Shorkey. I hear this question a lot with market volatility and tariffs and car fluctuations and changes and brand up. Is now a good time to buy a car? I'm
Yes.
sure you get that question a lot.
Yes.
And how do you answer that question?
Yes, it is. I
Elaborate. Tell
literally,
us
it's
more.
funny you would say this. I had a friend the other day ask about the tariffs.
Yeah.
And he asked me about a month ago about how the tariffs were going to impact the automobile business. And I'm not involved in the automobile business.
Sure. Yep.
But I've given that a lot of thought. And my answer to that question, are tariffs going to impact on the business? I'm going, as a business leader, as a businessman, as an entrepreneur, I'm going to wait until the tariffs represent a problem. We have so much jargon out there right now about these darn tariffs and people just panicking and doing this and doing that and increasing, decreasing, up, down, in, out. And they're not even a problem yet, necessarily. So what I'm going to work on today, no matter what, is anybody coming into my showroom? Yes or no? Is it the same number as before? Yes or no? And then how are we treating this customer? This is the stuff we control. If you think I can control tariffs, I can't. I'm not. I'm just a little guy. But can I control how many people come into my showroom by my marketing activities? Can I control how those clients are treated by my processes that I have in place? And so when things go awry, that's when I pivot. So many people are pivoting before the need for a pivot. I can tell you this, I have talked to my children. We're in May right now. March, which was tariff month, was a great month. They did really well.
Great.
April wasn't as good.
Right.
But it was still a solid month. They did well to the point of we'll take 12 of those. So they're doing very well. And now they're into May. And they have had some different hiccups and slowdowns and whatnot, but they are going to react to the hiccups.
Yes.
Not going to react to the media. It just doesn't make sense. If your goal is to sell 5 cars a month, a day, and the tariffs are out there and the negative media and Fox News and CNN and NBC, all this different crap, but you're still selling 5 cars a day, why would you change anything? Why are you listening to all this chatter? Let's keep selling. And when it goes down to 4, I'm going to start to get concerned and maybe make some adjustments then.
Yeah, and people lose their confidence and almost
They do.
hyper-react.
Well, they've changed. It's like we talked earlier. Don't answer questions that haven't been asked.
Yes.
Isn't this kind of a question that's not been asked?
Yeah.
How are the tariffs going to, my answer to the question, how are the tariffs going to impact your business? I'm retired. My answer to that question is, beats the crap out of me. I'll let you know when I get there.
Yep.
It's as simple as that.
Yep.
Right now, it seems to be okay. Seems to be okay. And that's close enough is good enough. Seems to be okay. When it gets to be dire, that's when we're going to start doing our pivoting. And it may be a better deal or a better marketing program or a better, whatever that would be. It may be some cutting back on this, that, and the other thing. We'll see. Yep. But so far, I can tell you, and I've had this question, many people it's almost like they're kind of being a little nosy,
They're
to be frank,
a
little prodding, yeah. And I'm not even involved, so I can't really answer that question.
Right.
But I can tell you that when I was running the business, I reacted to the real life circumstances. And there were many times when the business was doing very well for me and horribly for everybody else. And I really couldn't get involved in that. I get involved in me. And my question I always want to ask myself, love the customer. Am I doing that? Love the team. Am I doing that? Keep it very humble. Am I doing that? And then my bracket next to those 3 things is do better. So can I do better at loving a customer? Can I do better at loving a team? Can I do better at keeping it very humble?
Because
when I do that, the results improve. Jim Rohn said things get better when I get better. So I'm going to work on getting better. I'm not going to wait for Washington to bust a move. I'm not. I'm going to work on getting better myself. Yeah. And during the Great Recession, when things were really bad, we worked on training. And I said to my team, I said, if we're going to come out, go through this thing and everything's all messed up, I want to come out of this mess better than I was going in. So we're going to train. And we did. But we broke records because we were proactive.
And it sounds like you pivoted when it made sense to love the team. You're like, oh, actually, this pivot would help the team more. Yeah. Oh, actually, this pivot would help the customer more.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, actually, this pivot would help us be even more humble.
My goal with what I called the prosperity plan at the time was I wanted to treat my clients better than I had ever treated them before and better than anybody was ever going to treat them. I wanted to treat my team better than I had ever treated them before and better than anybody was going to treat them. And I wanted to train, which, by the way, is a way of loving the customer and loving the team. Because if we do a better job, we're better serving our customers and our team. Right. And I had a goal. I said, girls and guys, I don't want to lay anybody off. I don't want to cut anybody's pay. But if you don't do what I'm asking you to do, we're going to miss you. And that was how I ran it. And for the vast majority of the opportunities, they did what I asked them to do. And we did great.
Jim, thank you for just running through. People always say, is now a good time to buy a car?
Yes, it is.
You dove into why, right? And you dove into kind of talking through, people almost have this like fear mongering of any situation.
Sure.
It could have been, I feel like every year it's something new. It's, oh, this person's in office, be nervous. Or, this person's in office, be nervous. Or this tax law is changing. Or this department is going away. And it's just
I can tell you that as of 6 months ago, the world was coming to an end in the very imminent future. Guess what? That imminent future has passed, and it didn't come to an end. And I didn't panic, and I wasn't going to allow that to happen. Right. I was outside on the bench today, sitting with my little buddy Coda, with my drink, which is right there, and just enjoying the sun. I can do that. I can do that. Think about that. That sounds like a very simplistic, like, why are you talking about that, Jim? Because I'm going to focus today on what I can do. I'm not going to focus on what I can't do. I can go sit in the sun. When we're done here, I know for a fact that right now, I'm looking at my watch, I've got 8,074 steps. I've already got it in my brain that I'm going to go out when we're done, when you leave here, I'm going to walk 3 miles. Which is going to be approximately not quite 3 miles, but I want to get this watch up to around 14,000 steps. And it's not the watch, it's me, but this is measuring it. But you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I know all about the tariffs. I can still go sit in the sun with my little puppy Coda. You guys have seen him online. He's the coolest guy. And drink my healthy drink. I can still do a podcast with Derek today. What about the tariffs? I don't care about the tariffs. I'm too little. Do you think anybody in the world cares what Jim Shorkey thinks about the tariffs? They don't. What I can do is go sit in the sun, drink my drink, go for a walk, play Scrabble with Amy tonight. You already knew what we did last night, right?
Yep.
We're gonna play Scrabble tonight, and we're gonna have a good life today. And then tomorrow morning, when it's time to get out of bed and it's rise and shine, what am I gonna do?
Do it again.
But what am I going to do specifically when it's time to rise and shine? Hint, hint.
You're going to rise and shine.
I'm going to shine.
Yep.
I'm going to shine.
Yep.
This I can do. I can shine today. But what about them tariffs? I don't care. Today I shine. Yep. I get out of bed. My goal tomorrow is to do 30 push-ups. This morning I got 27. I've gotten 30 one time, but I got 27. And I'm going to try for 30 and really hard. But you know what? If I get 25, that's pretty darn good. Close enough is good enough. Yeah. So I get out of bed in the morning, I do my push-ups, and I'm going to go to work. Yeah. I'm going to go to work
so
on having a great day.
Yeah, so Jim, thank you so much. Guys, if you like this, please comment, subscribe, and leave a dolphin emoji in the comments below and let us know what hit you like a splash of water, as Jim was sharing today.
Thank you.